Good afternoon, race fans. Welcome to Pocono Raceway as we're getting set for race number 11 of the PCSRA Monster Energy Series. Feels a lot bit different here today because this week we're here at Pocono and it's freaking hot versus last week at Springfield it was freaking chilly as a sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle you order at McDonald's every time you leave it nice and cold. So a lot different weather, but we're here at Pocono Raceway for the four divisions of the M&M's Appreciation 400, and it's going to be a fun race. We only have 20 drivers here because of the fact that we are not going to have the Triple P clan here this weekend, and it could be an interesting, and I also lowered the AI down to 104. So that way we can have some good racing. Troy King's on the pole, Sydney Vortex alongside. Then we have Frida Suarez and Prudence Littlejohn. Here is the rest of the starting lineup. I'll show you the points in just a second. This race was supposed to have been recorded as I'm recording this yesterday, but due to a funeral I had to attend to and my house manager would not want us to go back to the house and blah, 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 I had to postpone this race to today, so it's fine. At least it's on a Saturday as I'm recording this, so that's a good thing, yes. So let's get these cars going off. Here is the points after Springfield, which didn't get shaken up a bit, if you ask me. There's our rookie points. You can check down the description for the starting or the timestamps of these division races. How different is this that, you know, the previous 2 days we were racing at Arizona, of course, even though trucks and Buffalo Wild Wings were originally supposed to have gone to Pikes Peak, but because Pikes Peak decided to use the St. Louis Deadbird strategy and not wanted to work, instead we went to Arizona Speedway, and that race weekend proved to be great. But here's one catch. That was a split weekend. Of course, most of the Buffalo Wild Wings Series drivers that ran in last night's race made the trip with me over here to the Pocono Mountains. And we're getting ready for 40 laps of racing. A lot of times when we come to Pocono Raceway, whether it's in NASCAR or NR 2003, we've seen a lot of dangerous wrecks at this track, and drivers have a tendency to sometimes get really up high, go up into the wall, and have a huge wreck fest. And we've seen this in the Oreo Cup series on this channel. Hopefully we don't see it here in this series, if you know what I mean. And with the fact that after this race, we only have 2 more races left to go until All-Star Race Weekend. Can you believe that? We're at the point of the season where this is your last chance to lock yourself into the All-Star race, because remember, there's not going to be a Monster Energy Open. It's only going to be drivers that have won who've won so far this season, also drivers that won last season. As pace car is off, glad you're with us for the M&M's Appreciation 400, and we are green from the Tricky Triangle. This is going to be fun. Another thing I like to talk about Pocono is this long front straightaway. We've seen this in NR 2003 in NASCAR. Drivers go 3, 4, sometimes 5 wide because of how wide this front straightaway is. Going through turn number 1, of course, this track has 3 different turns. That's the Trenton Turn 1 banking. The one we're coming up to, the tunnel turn, is the banking from Indianapolis that we'll be going to later on in the season. This little corner, and then turn 3 is the Milwaukee corner, which we will see the AutoZone Amateur Series run later this season, as we just nearly had a wreck with Sydney Vortex and Prudence Littlejohn. But how we kept it together is amazing, and probably I made the right choice to put it at 104, not 105. As Troy King will lead the first lap of the race. This track has produced some interesting racing. Of course, in NASCAR, it hasn't been really good lately, but that's because that's a repaved track. The version of Pocono I'm using, this is like the original version from like 2002, 2003 with the guardrails. As Frida Suarez, currently the leader. Battle for second between Lily Gordon and Bridget Thomas. These cars can go 50 laps on a fuel run. This race is 40 laps, so I don't think fuel mileage is going to be an issue today. And the other thing is, since this has been our only race weekend, we only have Monster Energy here at Pocono. No driver has an advantage over anybody else. Everybody is actually on a level playing field, and that's a big thing, because when you race with like the previous two series, Trucks and Buffalo Wild Wings at the same track, you would get the advantage. But when you're by yourself here at Pocono or like Bristol, which I know none of the Monster Energy Series drivers are at Bristol racing the AutoZone Amateur Series, because of the fact that that series is only AutoZone Amateur Series drivers. But they learned something while at the in the stands, because you know that's what they have to do. So there's Lily Gordon in second. Of course, Lily Gordon, this is her return season in the Monster Energy Series. We have not seen Lily Gordon since 2016, believe it or not. And so far, we're still green. There's Little John. Henry Williams currently in fourth. Fifth is Red Riding Hood. Bill Littlejohn currently in sixth. Zoe Perry is now the seventh. Eighth, Brian Gomez. Ninth is Ann Maria. And 10th is, or I'm sorry, as I'm going to go ahead and pull up the ticker. Ninth was actually Ari Springer, and 10th is Ann Maria. Of course, Ari Springer, one of the drivers who flew from Arizona, who took part in last night's Buffalo Wild Wings Series race. But as I said before, and I'll say it again, that was Arizona. This is a whole different track that she's learning today. And here's the other thing I should point out. This is one of the tracks that's in the playoffs. This track right here, Pocono Raceway. And why do I bring this up? These drivers need these laps because this is a preview of what the second race of the first round's going to be in. Not just for this series, you know, for drivers like Ari Springer, Hattie Swore, Prudence Littlejohn, who are racing in like other series like Trucks and Buffalo Wild Wings, they would have an advantage over the other drivers because we're going to have all four series here when we come back to Pocono. We are only having the Monster Energy Series this weekend. A little bit of a gap here between Ann Marie and Zoe Perry as the top five have broken away from that pack. Oh, got your award. Oh, got you another word. That's good. Henry Williams going to take the race lead. Mazda's been to victory lane once this season. That was with team owner William Brock. As I finished a puzzle for Toby, who's, by the way, next to me in the booth. There's Red Riding Hood, who still is who still owns the longest winless drought among all drivers. There's Bo Van Gessa battling Sydney Vortex, as Henry Williams is in the lead. Only one driver out of this top 5 have been to victory lane. That would be Prudence Littlejohn. Everybody else has not been to victory lane. Henry Williams was the only full frontal motorsports car back in 2016 that did not go to victory lane that year. So Henry Williams trying to get Mazda their second win of the season, and for Henry Williams, his first. Henry Williams, sponsored by Captain Morgan and Valero. He ran for Rookie of the Year with William Brock back in 2016. Never found victory lane. Littlejohn in second. There's Lily Gordon. Lily Gordon ran in 2016, ironically enough, in the same number that she's running, the 54. The only catch was she was driving a Ford Fusion at the time. She actually ended up finishing somewhere in the 30s or 40s in points. Never found victory lane. In fact, Lily Gordon has never won in the Monster Energy Series before. Her team owner, Emmanuel Hartnett, actually won a couple of races, locked himself in the playoffs, was actually in the championship hunt when all 16 drivers battled for the championship. Rita Suarez, here's Ann Maria. Ann Maria was supposed to go full-time in the Buffalo Wild Wings series, but going to run just this series only because she's only scoring points in this series. Red Riding Hood back in 6th. Red Riding Hood has 3 career wins in the Monster Energy Series. All of them came in a rookie debut in 2010. But she was not high enough in points to even make the playoffs, even though she had 3 career wins in that. And as I said, she holds the longest active winless drought among active drivers, because remember, as I said, Annie Thomas snapped her drought, Betty Johnson's already snapped her drought, June Einstein already snapped her drought earlier on this year at Atlanta. You want to know the last time Red Riding Hood has actually been to victory lane? Her last win came in 2010 at the track that's no longer on the schedule. That would be Irwindale. That was actually the last time she went to victory lane. She won Daytona, the summer race. She won Auto Club and won Irwindale. That was the last time Red Riding Hood has won a race in this series. So that's really a surprise. And speaking of drivers who has won 3 times, Littlejohn's looking for her 3rd win of the season. Everybody else is either looking for their 1st win of the season, or in Ari Springer's case, her 2nd win of the season. There's Ari battling Sydney Vortex. Of course, Vortex failed to qualify for the Buffalo Wild Wings Series race. Littlejohn, of course, his daughter's won twice. Zoe Perry's now running in last, and Littlejohn currently the leader. I'm surprised Cody Smart has not even considered to put Little John up here into the Monster Energy series. Of course, Prudence Littlejohn from Washington. That's where she and her father Bill is from. Starting to get into a nice green flag run here. And Maria currently in second. There's Henry Williams and all that. There's Brian Gomez, former winner this season. Currently in 27th in the points. But as long as he's in 50 in points, his win would count towards a spot into the playoffs. Talking about wins, now that we're on the subject of the playoffs, this is race number 11, may I point out. As I said, we only have 2 more races left to go until All-Star Race Weekend. We have next week Richmond, which will have all 3 series. Then we go to Loudon the following week. And this is also another thing I was going to bring up, and I'll go ahead and bring this up right now. After that, we'll have just Monster Energy Series for All-Star Race Weekend. Then the Chase to the Chase got shooken up a bit in the last couple of weeks. Or it was announced this morning that we're only going to see Monster Energy Series after Loudon. We're only going to see Monster Energy Series about the next 9 races, because they will be all by themselves to start off the Chase towards the Chase, with the exception of Bristol, because that will have the AutoZone Amateur Series drivers. We will see them at Bristol. Because the reason this move had to be made was because of 3 things. Number 1, it would make it fair for these drivers to do these single events only, just to get them out of the way. Number 2, it would not be fair, however, for Trucks and Buffalo Wild Wings Series to have an advantage of starting the playoffs and Monster Energy being in the Chase to the Chase. And 3, it would make it fair, so that way we would have all 3 series start the playoffs together, than having like one series start the playoffs and then another series. And yeah, we don't need it like a NASCAR deal, if you ask me. So there you go. Now back to the playoff scenarios. Right now we're strung out and we're still green flag racing. So as things stand for the playoffs, of course, Brittany White still leading the points, and she has a 174-point lead over Ari Springer. Forgot to go over the points. I'll actually go over the points right now. I'll go over the playoff scenario after the points, since we're in a green flag run. Katsura Miramoes is third. He was a winner last week at the dirt track of Springfield. That was a dirt track in Springfield, Illinois, but it was like freaking cold. Like, one of the division races, was actually 37 degrees, I want to say, and that's rare for Springfield to be that chilly for a race weekend. And most of the races, it was cloudy. And one of our division races, I think the last race of the day, was like sunny conditions, but it was so stinking cold. So these drivers are glad to be finally at a track where it's a lot warmer than freezing cold, because I know they were freezing their butts off last week. But going back to the point standings, Katsuro's third, Valentina Fernandez fourth, Amber Whitecastle fifth, Luke Knight, Max Chilton, Josephine Bouvier, Whitney Wolf, Rita Suarez. That is your top 10, the points presented by Golden Corral. Now, talking about the playoffs, Brittany White would have the number 1 seed because she has 4 wins this season, and she looks unstoppable. And there's no way in the world she's going to be outside the top 50 in the points. So we can definitely say she's locked in the playoffs. Same with Valentina Fernandez, who comes in this race 4th in the points. She would be number 2, thank you. Mike Chilton would be number 3, as Little John's going for the lead on Henry Williams. I am keeping an eye on the battle for the lead as well. So Mike Chilton is 3 with his 2 wins, and with where he's at in points, I don't think he's going to fall outside the top 30. So we can basically say White, Fernandez, and Chilton would be locked into the playoffs. So there we go. Now, the drivers who have 1 wins this season, the gal who's actually second in points, Ari Springer, she would be 5. Katsura was 6. Bouvier 7. Whitney Wolf 8. Chelsea Richards 9th. Bridget Thomas 10th. London Jackson would be 11. Strawberry Lawson 12. Gomez 13. Gomez needs a good run to keep his playoff hopes alive. Tanaka would be 14. Massa and Holly Wilkins would be 15 and 16. Drivers behind them that have wins, Samantha Maple would have a win. Ben Erickson, Ivory Walker, Brianna Knight. That's about what? 1, 2, 3, 4 drivers that have wins. A second win for them whoosh, will fling them all the way up to where Mike Chilton is and possibly confirm themselves a spot into the playoffs. Drivers who have wins that are outside the top 50 in the points. Nina Cambridge, 67th in points. Need to get herself in the top 50 in points. Little John, we know, is not going for the championship because she's running for the Truck Series championship, and you will see her. You'll see her and all the other Truck Series drivers next week at Richmond. So Little John is just going out here for wins. She's not going out here for championships, but she's having a great season over drivers she's ahead of. Look at the drivers she's ahead of. She's ahead of Jessica Moore, Kelly Moore, Quincy Einstein, Allison Washington, Quentin Honeysett, who made the playoffs last year. She's ahead of all those drivers, and she's ran fewer races in the process, and she's been the victory lane twice. I bet you Cody Smart's probably saying, "Broad, that is a bra moment." If you ask me, as the deal is starting to be a derping hyena. But anyway, you get the point. I mean, Kelly Moore's outside the top 60. Jacob Tutu, former winner this season. William Brock, we know he's not battling for the championship. Samantha Greenville. Troy King, who is a former winner this season, actually. I take that back on saying he was not a former winner when he actually is, as Red Riding Hood has the lead. June Einstein's a former winner this season. Same with Cody Smart, but Smart's not running for the championship in this series either. And that's basically about it. And the other thing we'll probably wait till we get to Toronto, but remember, we have the danger zone of drivers that could be in danger of losing their spots and dropping to Buffalo Wild Wings series. So that's going to be something we'll have to keep an eye on as the season goes on. But like I said, all of these winners from this season, plus the drivers who won last season, will be in the All-Star race. But remember, there's no points on the line. It's just you're going for a win. Because if I look at this correctly, 13 races times 4 is... I have my calculator in front of me, actually. Interesting to note. Alright, so let's see. We are going to have 13 races times 4. That's about 52 drivers. Plus, we'll have more drivers that won from last season. As we're past the halfway mark, that would be in the All-Star race. Want?
You want to put some of that in here?
I'm still... You can have it. I'll just get me a new one.
I'm sorry.
You're fine. I'll just give me a new one. Don't worry.
Okay. Thank you.
You don't have to worry about paying me back. Something happened to Sydney Vortex. She's about to be put a lap down. Not sure if she had an unscheduled pit stop. Looks like she did. Yeah, she came to pit road. Ugh. Sydney Vortex has not had a good season so far. And here's the insult for Sydney Vortex. I hate to say this to her. Yeah, where? Oh, I'm looking at. That's not what I'm looking at. I'm supposed to be looking at points. 1,142. So that is a tough break for Sydney Vortex. 116th in points. I believe she is one of those drivers in the danger zone of possibly losing her spot in this series and dropping to the Buffalo Wild Wings series. Now, she's thinking we're going to get a yellow, or she's thinking if this continues to go in a green flag run like what we're seeing right here, we're going to have pit stops. Someone's blown up. That's Ari Springer. That's second in points. So we are having pit stops in this race. Sydney Vortex.
Okay,
Rolling the dice. So were these drivers thinking they weren't going to make it on tires? Oh, actually, the fuel window is 40 laps. Ooh, Sydney Vortex is sitting really good. She's in the catbird seat right now. Of course, 40 laps. I thought this was 50 laps, but I was wrong. Boy, Sydney Vortex could be finding herself possibly in the lead of this thing, but she's probably going to gain all those spots because she has... Because here comes everybody else. So it looks like we had... Oh, look out, look out, look out. That was close. Chelsea Richards, Diego Marquez nearly made contact. That was really going to be close. And Sydney Vortex picked up a couple of spots in the process. Ari Springer blew a camshaft. And that was the driver who was trying to run down Brittany White for the points lead. So another former winner this season going to take a hit in the standings. That's a tough break for Ari Springer. The good news for Ari Springer is that because she won a race, she will not be in danger of losing her spot because she's so far high up in points. But she absolutely did not need this because now the gal that she was trying to run down for the points lead, that was Brittany White. She's probably thinking to herself, man, I'm looking pretty good, but... Let's not forget, this race could have a hindrance in the point standings heading into next week. Keep that in mind. So if I'm Brittany White, I wouldn't be feeling too good right about now in the process, so...
I could write down what you want and get. So I'm gonna go get a lunch as soon as you can.
I'm probably going to do it after this race. I'm actually going to go to Wendy's, actually, after this race.
Okay, good. I'm gonna done with it.
Actually, you can... We're just going to eat it there. I'll just pay for it. Okay?
I'll bring it back here.
And Red Riding Hood, now that these drivers have made their pit stops, everybody can now make it the rest of the way. So that's hunky-dory. So, but those cycle of pit stops really shook up the running order right here.
How about memory? Put that in there. Is there enough litter?
No.
Instead of eating here, whatever, bring it back to the house. We need. It's be easier.
Troy King back here. Zoe Perry not having a good run. Of course, to be fair for Zoe, she's never raced her at Pocono in a Monster Energy ride. So to be fair, it's not surprising. Chelsea Richards, on the other hand, running well in points in top 10. We'll see where this is going to situate her. Same with Bridget Thomas, because like I said, with second in points now out of the race, And Brittany White would need to have a problem in her division race if anybody's going to take the points lead heading into next week's race. And Ari Springer came in this race 4th in the Rookie of the Year standings. So if Violet Jackson has a good run, Violet Jackson has overtaken Ari Springer as far as that battle for the Rookie of the Year honors. It's actually Amber Whitecastle is leading by 12 points over London Jackson in the Rookie of the Year honors. So regardless if the 17 has a problem in the last race of the day, which would be the 4th and final race of the day, she would still keep the points lead for the Rookie of the Year honors heading into next week at Richmond. There's Anne Maria as we're coming up to now 11 laps of racing to go. And that's the siren for the noon for anyone asking, because now we've hit noon. Well, even though there's no tornadoes in the summertime right now.
They're just to make sure it works. So.
Coming up to 10 to go. So these drivers short pitted. Ooh, but Anne Maria ran a little bit high. Here comes Henry Williams. He's going to capitalize and take the lead. Fuel mileage definitely going to come into play. Andrew Campbell battling Ricky Cervantes. That's the battle for the 13th position. Troy King is actually going to have a terrible day, and he's going to definitely take a hit in the points. Talking about the point scenario, as far as the drivers that are in the danger zone, as Anne Maria is going to retake the lead. The drivers who come into this race in the danger zone, because remember, there are some drivers that are running part-time, some drivers that are not running this series for points, they're running in other series. So unofficially, the drivers who are in the danger zone of losing their spots for next season. Couple are surprises. Emmy Lipson is one of them. Annie Einstein 2. Timothy Grenville is 3. Nicholas Dutch 4. Arlonzo Curra 5. Hattie Swore is 6. Mackenzie Thompson is exempt because she already lost her spot. Rookie Prima Rossi would be 7. Crystal Fontaine 8. Ben Tennyson and Caitlin Roy. That would be the 10 drivers who are in the danger zone of losing their spots. Now, in regards to Hattie Sware's little deal, if Hattie Swore goes to victory lane in the Buffalo Wild Wings series, that will put Soraya Itzmed in the danger zone of possibly losing her charter for her spot for next season. And that's, by the way, coming into this race today.
I can't figure out what it is. The W's at first leader at the top. I don't know what it is.
And Maria trying to find victory lane here this season. Red Riding Hood trying to find victory lane for the first time in 13 years. Here she comes, going for the lead. We'll be coming up to 5 laps to go here in today's race. Red Riding Hood has the lead, but Lily Gordon, in second. Now, Leslie Gordon, I do need to mention because I skipped over her. That's because she's a part-time driver. And she'll be running full-time next season for a series of her choice. Which I forgot to put the R next to her name, and I'll have to fix that in the results later, but not right now. Which would mean we would end up having 39 drivers battling for the Rookie of the Year honors this year. I really don't know that word, so I don't know. 4 laps to go. Troy King's definitely going to take a hit in points. And Lily Gordon going to pass the 9 of Red Riding Hood.
What's up, Andre?
Coming to 3 laps of racing to go here at Pocono. If Lily Gordon goes to victory lane, it would not be a difference because she's, like I said, outside the top 50 in the points. Of course, Abigail Furling is going to be replacing Monica Town starting next week.
I bet you figure out what the word it is. I'm just putting it on.
And now it's going to be a 4-car battle for this win. Surprisingly, we have not had a caution in this race.
I got one more down with it. I spell wealthy. I mean, I spell it for you. W. E.
And there's 2 laps to go. Troy King is really going to have a disappointing race in the points, as that is not the deal. I'll need to save that later. You can ignore this because I'm actually going to put that in there, so just ignore that. This is what I was trying to get. So this is what I was talking about earlier with the schedule. So with these races being, some are single. Of course, this will be AutoZone Amateur Series with Bristol, and then The last two will be outside the country, so there you go. Of course, Hillside will be right there. That'll be after Aples. We're coming to the white flag. One more lap here at Red Riding Hood, trying to find victory lane for the first time in a long time. Down the back straightaway for the last time. And remember I said Red Riding Hood had the longest active winless drought out of any other driver. She gets off turn 3 pretty good. She might have it. Off turn number 3, for the first time since 2010, Red Riding Hood goes back to victory lane in a Monster Energy Series race. Ladies and gentlemen, the drought is over. The longest active drought out of anyone in this world. It's over. It's been cut. And Red Riding Hood, who came into this race 71st in the point standings, did she do enough to get herself locked into a spot in one of the 16 spots in this season's chase for the championship? We will have to find that out when we cross that bridge. Standings are now official. And nice to see a caution-free race for a change. So Red Riding Hood wins the race, and the longest active winless drought has been snapped. And you think about this, Red Riding Hood's last win before this one was during the summertime in 2010. So that's a fitting way to snap your winless drought there, young lady. Henry Williams second, Leslie Gorn third. Good run for Ann Maria. Monica Towns will win the Rookie of the Race. Prudence Littlejohn in 6th. She was actually the leader when we had those cycle of pit stops going around. Bovin gets it 7th. Bill Littlejohn makes it at a Littlejohn top 10 in 8th. 9th for Brian Gomez. Mandry Campbell will complete the top 10. All the way down to Troy King, who was the last car on the lead lap. Nobody finished a lap down, and Ari Springer was the only driver sadly out of the race. That's too bad for Ari, if you ask me. She is definitely going to take a hit in the points. Came in this race 2nd in points, so she'll try to redeem her. She'll try to bounce back next week when we head to our next race, which is going to be Richmond. But first, we have to conclude the other 3 races here today. Congratulations to Red Riding Hood on the victory here, as I'm going to shut up the voice deal and do this. Whoop. Dew wants to see some rags, so let's do that. Yeah, so how about that? For the longest active winless streak, for it to be snapped here. Shut up, official. I was talking, not you. For a driver who has not won in a long time, that is a most deserving win, if you ask me. Can you believe the longest active winless streak comes to an end? And here's a driver I was talking about that was in the conversation trying to make the playoffs via wins. As Makoto Tanaka on the pole with Alexandria Van Dam, we have Allison Washington. Jacob Tutu, a 2nd win, and he's going to try to get himself into the top 30 in points. There's the rest of your starting lineup. Some big names right there. Annie Einstein did not qualify well. Alice Kitchens with a 2:35 lap time. I think she had a mechanical problem on her qualifying lap, so that's not good. Temperatures cooled down a bit as drivers start your engines. We've already gotten the command. We'll probably see a caution this race because we didn't have a caution in our first race, so that was probably a nice little gift. So at least the officials, the only thing they've waved today was a green and a white and a checker. Coincidence? I think not. And it is hot and slick. I also forgot to mention our first race was hot and slick, and the tires were probably going away and saying kumbaya. Making sure nobody's broke down on the pace lap. Surprisingly, nobody has. Some of these drivers who are struggling this season or right down near that danger zone of possibly losing their charter or their spot in this series really, really need a good run.
Not that much one.
Hold on a second. Oh, somebody's coming out. That must be Senor Steven. Watch me predict that correctly. Yes, race number 2 about to get underway. Another 40 laps. These drivers will definitely need to make a pit stop. Oh, that word you were missing was heaven.
Oh,
Haven, whatever it is. But I got it for you in either way. There's Jacob Tutu, former winner this season from Golden State Motorsports Park. We talked about drivers that have been on long losing droughts. Jacob Tutu snapped his. Riding Hood just recently snapped hers. And hopefully all of the drivers that are on long losing droughts can probably snap theirs today. Jacob Tutu should be a man on the mission. First lap led by Allison Washington, a driver who recently graduated up to the from the Buffalo Wild Wings series up to the main series. Let me see if I'm going to be correct or not on this little guess. Survey says I was correct. I win a golden sombrero of how many times am I going to guess people correctly? Oh, I'm going to predict the next person that's about to come out of their room will be Brian. Watch me be right. There's Jacob Tutu, comes into this race. If I get my mouse to work. There you are. Jacob Tutu, as I mentioned, came in this race 101st in points. Jacob, that means he's not in danger of losing his spot for next season due to the fact he has a win this season.
Nice.
Jacob Tutu trying to get his second win of the season.
Thank you.
I think they already have like a 30-year anniversary or something like that for Power Rangers. I don't know.
they should.
They should.
Checking the back of the field. Bella San Diego back here. She was a driver that ran in Buffalo Wild Wings last night. She's also a driver that's been exempt. Morgan Henderson battling Riley Anderson. Samantha Maple, one of the drivers in that critical spot trying to make the playoffs. with her win this season. There's Vanellope von Schweetz. Samantha Greenville's back here. Ben Tennyson's back here. Driving the regular Coke Zero colors, the black and red 32. He'll run his white 32 next week when we go to Richmond. Kelsey Hobbs, a win for her. She could possibly put her name in that conversation of making the playoffs. Remember, we have not had our first caution this weekend here at Pocono because our first 40 laps went caution-free, which the officials were very happy for. We will see a caution sooner or later. Don't get me wrong. Oh, we're crashing. What did I say? We're going to see a caution sooner or later. We just had the big one, and that is a no doubt a yellow flag.
Yeah.
Third in points was in a Katsura Mirwez. Amanda Wallace in the grass. Samantha Greenville. Quincy Einstein. Vanellope von Schweetz. Oh, got Phil Hooper in it. I think Riley Anderson might have got a piece of it. And there's the first caution of the weekend. Sam Johnson, left side damage on his M&M's Toyota. Sorry, I was too busy trying to get ready to figure out a ward, and then all of a sudden we had carnage on the back straightaway, and Jacob Jitsu is going to lead us back to the yellow. What a tough break for Samantha Greenville. See, let's take a look at our first replay of the day. See where it starts. It's going to start, I believe, with Makoto Tanaka. Yeah, it looked like she looked like she was trying to avoid the 18 who got up in the wall, and everybody else got a piece. There's Phil Hooper ran in the back of the 33. I think that was trying to avoid a wreck. 34 got a piece of it. That's Morgan Henderson. Lisa Gonzalez has got some damage. Lindsay Sutton does as well on her Discord Ford. 21 of Amanda Wallace going through the grass. I think she spun, tried to avoid this wreck, or she got turned by somebody. I think she got clipped by somebody. Let's see. Greenville runs in the back of Quincy Einstein, got Phil Hooper, and she got spun by Riley Anderson. I think Anderson was also trying to avoid the wreck, so it looks like the 21 was trying to avoid the wreck, and the 09 barely skid through that one. And 34's got damage. Let me guess, we had a stack up under the damn yellow flag. Am I surprised about that? Absolutely not. This is another thing I don't like about Pocono is drivers don't slow down, and this is the result. It looks like we're going to have pit stops. So these drivers are going to take advantage of trying to make it the rest of the way. It's going to be close. They're going to have to gamble. Looks like Allison Washington won the battle off pit road over Jacob Tutu in the 41. Jacob Tutu trying to do his championship hopes a whole lot of good. As I said, came in this race 91st in the points. Needs to get himself in the top 50 in the points for his win at Golden State to count towards a spot into this season's chase for the championship. Got one car a lap down. That would be the 28 of Jake Putnam. Not sure what exactly happened to Jake. He's off the lead lap. Also, the 25 is also off the lead lap. That would be Tony Lopez. Not sure what was wrong with his car, so that's a tough break for them. Drivers out after that incident. They are, as we're back to green, they are Riley Anderson, Vanellope von Schweetz, Morgan Henderson, Quincy Einstein, and Samantha Greenville. This is not good news for Samantha Greenville. I'm going to see where she's at in points. Samantha Greenville, as Allison Washington is in the lead of the race. Greenville 118th in points, going to be really, she's going to continue to fall down through the points table. Hopefully our shower bar will stay up as you hit the wrong button there, Toby.
I didn't mean to. Okay. I didn't mean to.
Done. You did the word sell, you should have added the S. Just saying. Oh, Allison Washington got up in the wall. This is going to cause a stack up there. She got pretty tight. She ran really high. Jacob Tutu might have gotten the wall as well. Not uncommon. We see drivers go up high and get up in the wall. And here comes Alexandria Van Dam. KJM has not been to victory lane this season with any of their cars. And Alexandria trying to get her first win of the season. Lisa Gonzalez is slow. I wonder if she got turned around by somebody. Either that or she is off the pace. Looks like she's off the pace and can't get out of third gear for something. That is a tough break for Lisa Gonzalez, but her teammate Alexandria Van Dam currently in the lead of the race. Of course, this race is going to be a lot longer, but unlike last week when I had to take a lunch break, actually, I had to go down to concession to get some food, only to have the ice machine not wanting to work for some reason, which I didn't tell Toby that. Did I tell you that? Oh, okay, I'll tell you then. I'll tell you now. So I went to Long John Silver's when you guys were at work. I think it was, what, Thursday? Yeah, it was Thursday. By the time you're watching this, it's already happened. Sorry about that, guys. Because this is good news for drivers like Samantha Maple and Pablo Massa and others. Change her into playoff grid. It could mean she could be out. Katsura Mirwa is not having a good run. A lot of drivers running well in points, going to absolutely take hits. And this could really be a point shaker-upper heading into next week. Damn it. Willow. There 3 wide right here. Dora Marquez, Timothy Greenville, and that's Mackenzie Thompson, the 004. Good news is for, oh no, they're going 4 wide. Oh no. Oh, there goes Darby King. There goes Darby King. She got put in the wall. Yep. She's going to come back on the track. This is no doubt a yellow flag. Oh, look out. No! Strawberry Lawson just hammered. Or, I'm sorry, that's Lindsay Sutton who just hammered Darby King, sorry. And no doubt the yellow is out.
Put it on there.
Do I have a answer for that? No.
I'll just show you what I did.
Wow, that was a hard hit. Katsura Mirwaz, his day is finally done. Annie Einstein's on pit road for some reason. Not sure what happened to Annie. First, let's look at the Annie Einstein issue. This is a huge break for her. Trying to figure out what exactly happened to the 29. Unless she came down pit road. Looks like she might have came down pit road to repair some of the damage. Because she came to pit road. Let's first see what happened here to Darby. Yeah, and this was all because they went 4 wide. And 4 wide at Pocono is a death sentence. And Alice King just hooked the Nico Chevrolet and sent her into the guardrail. Front end went into the guardrail. And there is no grip on this grass. I can't spell squash. GG on my part. See, and we were thinking Darby King was going to drive away. Watch the 38 right here. Coming in, coming in, coming in. And whammo. And nowhere for Katsura Ramirez to go. And Darby King goes for a wild ride. At least she's out of the car and okay, but her struggling season continues. Once we get into a long green flag run, I'll try to respell squash. But that car did get squashed up. Unless Darby King can start winning races, I don't think that 7 team's going to make the playoffs. We get down here to turn 3. There we go. Darby King, Katsura Ramirez, and Lindsey Sutton all out of the race, joining the other drivers behind the wall. No, you need to charge your deal. That was not what I want, you derping hyena. Yeah, it's down to 11%. You might want to charge it right about now would be good. Oh boy, this is not going to be good. These drivers need to learn to not make it 3 and 4 wide. Yeah, they're getting held up by the 08 of Lisa Gonzalez. Oh no, this is not going to end pretty. How we're still surviving, I do not freaking know. Lisa Gonzalez looks like she's up to speed, but she's ruffling up Ivory Walker, and that's going to allow June Einstein to take the lead in the process. So Ivory Walker's probably saying, damn lap cars.
That's for squash.
I was going to spell it until the yellow came out. Oh, this is not going to end. Oh, Lisa Gonzalez roughing up Ivory Walker again. That's not going to sit well with Richard Childress Racing for matters. Ivory Walker not doing... Or Lisa Gonzalez not making too many friends after ruffling up Ivory Walker for some reason. Kelsey Hobbs just popped the wall off turn 2. Phil Hooper still back here.
Haskell tomato.
I bet there was a one-finger salute that the 3 car just gave to the 08. I can't say I blame Ivory Walker because Lisa Gonzalez just not doing her part getting out of the way when she's not on the lead lap, and she's causing a headache to some people.
Oh, it's better right. It's better right. Okay.
Somebody got the wall. I heard some scraping. Okay, I thought we were under yellow for a second there. Paulette Burroughs going to go to the race lead. Bahamas Racing has not been to victory lane this season here in the Monster Energy Series. I'm going to do this real quickly.
This QUAS on the top one.
Phil Hooper just trying to salvage what he can out of this day. Bet you Lisa Gonzalez probably going to have some explaining to do to the 3-car why she was being a nuisance and just ruffling her up when she's actually leading the darn thing. All the drivers involved have been released from the medical center, so that's good news. Lindsey Sutton, Darby King have been released. Who else was out of the race that I need to know? Katsura has also been released from the care center. So we have 34 cars in the race, 31 on the lead lap. Phil Hooper, I know, is going to be lapped before this is all said and done. Now I can finish that word so I don't have to mess with it. Don't want to see. I have a feeling. Oh, Timothy Grenville up into the wall in the back. I was going to say, I bet you the 3's probably going to take her frustration out and probably wreck the 08 after when we go to next week's race at Richmond. I bet you there's going to be drivers called to the big green truck after Richmond. I can guarantee you that. And Richmond's going to be a short track and beating and banging. We're going to see that. And that'll be a night race for all 3 series. Of course, if you didn't tune into the truck series, I made the announcement I'm doing non-charter races not on the air, so I just save you all some time. Actually, the next on-air race for non-charter will be Rio. Because as I said, the next 2 races, Richmond and Loudon, will not be aired. Just letting you all know right now. Been live for over an hour. That's surprising. Oh, there goes Fontaine in the back. Did she save it? Yes is the answer. We keep going. She bounced off Lauren Chamberlain. Surprisingly, those 2 kept it together. And we're still green flag racing. Ivory Walker got the lead back.
And you have to go to me now.
Tomato.
And be quick, she's gonna take like the right there.
Actually, that was my feet that's shaking. Not the table! There goes Nick Batson! Oh, this is not going to end well. He's in the grass. Oh, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Oh, they're crashing in the back. We're crashing. That was Annie Einstein. Oh, it's a big wreck. Oh, Dora Marquez got annihilated by Lisa Gonzalez. Oh, Gonzalez got wrecked by Samantha Maple. They're still wrecking. My goodness. Caution, no doubtably, is out. Hazel Triggs got some damage to her GoDaddy machine, as now they're going to stack up under the yellow. Please don't run in the back of other people. Look out, Samantha Maple. Thank you very much. Oh, she just ran in the back of Kelsey Hobbs for a little bit. Little hood buckle for Alexandria Van Dam. Phil Hooper not using the brakes, runs in the back of Allison Washington. Let's see what happened here. Started with the 05, but somebody got into Annie Einstein, so we're going to see where this got started. Because the 05 saved it. Okay, there's how that got started. Oh, something happens to Thompson. Ah, she was trying to come to pit road and didn't realize Ben Tennyson was there. So that's the fault on Mackenzie Thompson. So that's what started this wreck. Van Dam nowhere to go. Dora Marquez nowhere to go. Someone spun the 29 around. That was Allison Washington. Nowhere for the 10 to go as the 10 runs in the back. Dora Marquez gets annihilated by, as I mentioned, Lisa Gonzalez. That Sobe Lifewater Kia went flipping. Then Kelsey Hobbs hits Lisa Gonzalez, sends her up in the Samantha Maple, and then Van Dam nowhere to go for her. Boy. Shut up, stomach. I'll feed you when I get the chances. Ivory Walker's got a mechanical problem. And that will turn the race lead over to Alice Kitchens. But a number of drivers taking some very hard hits. Out of the race from that incident. Looks like a suspension failure from Ivory Walker. Tough break for her. 45th in the points. That will take her out of the top 50 in the point standings. Troy King out of the race. Looks like he had a mechanical problem, which the problem looked like to be terminal. And then Dora Marquez and Lisa Gonzalez out of the race from that big wreck. And because we were inside of 10 to go, we had a single file restart. I was about to be big there. Thankfully, it wasn't.
Hey, Jamie, are these yours?
I don't know whose those are.
I found them in the camera. I bet they're
Could be. I'll have to buy me my own pair because I don't know what happened to my other pair I had in my room.
I don't have them. I know that. I want the crispy chicken. Take the crispy chicken sandwich. No tomato or no lettuce. What do you see? Okay. What are you going to get for lunch?
I already know I'm gonna get. No, just don't worry about it. Kenzie Thompson just is coming to pit road. That's just putting a miserable day for that 0014.
That's about medium. And you.
Nick Batson just got the wall off of turn number 2 there. If the caution comes out, we still would get back to green. What I'll probably do in between this race and race number 3 is I'm going to take the liberty to do the lunch break out of the way so I don't have to bleep it. If it's long, oh well. you can just skip the part of where I did the lunch break part, which I will put that in the description, and go from there. There's the two Bahama racing cars, the 39 and the 32. I was wondering when Ben Tennyson was going to get up here to the front. Of course, they're both running Chevrolets, but the catch is they're not running Chevrolet SS. They're running Chevrolet Impalas. The new Chevy Impala has been really impressive this weekend, and they're the only drivers in this field that's running the Impalas. Some of them are running SS's. As June Einstein's going to lead this race. Mitsubishi Lancer looking to find victory lane for the second time with June Einstein. June Einstein has only one win this season.
I know it has no mediums tail on there. I don't know how to spell it.
There's Alice Kitchens having a very good run. There's Nina Cambridge having a very good run. This is a well-needed run for Nina Cambridge, as Ben Tennyson got the wall off turn number 2. Cambridge came in this race 67th in points, and with drivers ahead of her in the point standings who have had troubles today, we'll see where this is going to situate. This might put her back in the top 50 in the point standings. The only problem is she's got drivers ahead of her that are in the top 50 in points that already have a win this season. But a second win for Nina Cambridge could solidify herself a spot into the 16-driver chase for the championship. By the time the checker flag waves at our regular season finale, that would be at Watkins Glen. Because we'll only have Buffalo Wild Wings series next week. We'll have the Buffalo Wild Wings series to conclude, and then we'll start the playoffs. Because we're getting into that nitty-gritty part of the season. As Mackenzie Thompson could play a big factor in who's going to win. June Einstein currently in the lead. Caution comes out now. Race will end under the yellow, and June Einstein, as long as her car doesn't break down or anything, could get her second win of the season. Jacob Tutu, Mr. Where Did He Come From, coming up here. Like Nina Cambridge, Jacob Tutu, a well-needed run from him. I was wondering when Lauren Ekstrom was going to start telling Jacob, hey, you need to pick up the pace. And so far, ever since winning Golden State, Jacob Tutu's picked up the pace and then some. Jacob Tutu wants to get back into the playoffs. He has not been in the playoffs for quite some time. Like I said, 91st in the points. He'll definitely move up through the points table as, hello, Mackenzie Thompson. You are now going to start. Well, now she's moving out of the leader's way. You probably know why I added that part in there.
That's fine.
Two laps to go. Then we'll have our intermission. Yeah, Toby's getting a chicken sandwich. If you know.
No rest like tomato.
Yep. And I'll probably get my normal sandwich, what I normally get.
Make sure you get fries with that too.
Actually, the combo comes with fries, bread.
Okay.
So.
That's fine.
I really like that strawberry frosty that I got.
Pick one up for me, or a chocolate flavor, okay?
You haven't tried the strawberry one, as we got the white flag.
Oh,
I've tried the strawberry one. I don't think you have.
yeah, pretty good.
It's really good.
Does it come in large?
I did I think it was a medium. They looked at, one of the guests looked at that and was like, is that the new flavored frosty? I was like, yes.
Okay.
Because I went to Wendy's that one time you guys went to work, and they looked at me going, is that the frosty you just got? I was like, yeah. So, well, I can say this is going to be a happy day for Mitsubishi. Because now June Einstein, who came into this race not doing good in points, 105 points, she was 123rd in points. June Einstein, second win for Mitsubishi Lancer. They're going to take Pocono. Mitsubishi 2 for 2 with June Einstein going back to back. And June Einstein actually has not had a multi-win season since she did it in 2015. That was the year she made the playoffs, but was eliminated, I believe, in the round of 16. And that is big for that team. June Einstein, first multi-win season since 2015, believe it or not, as I hit the wrong one. I'm trying to get to B, not A, you derping hyena. Standings are now official, and here's the interesting part. The two drivers I was talking about who needed good runs, who are outside the top 50 in points, Nina Cambridge, Jacob Tutu, second and third for the both of them. That is well-needed runs for the 0 and 41 out of Baumgartner and Ekstrom BMW Motorsports, respectively. Nice run for those two. Atlas Kitchens fourth. Fifth for Paulette Burrows. Nick Batson sixth with all the damage he's had. McGinnis seventh. Ben Tennyson solidifies both Bahamas racing cars in the top 10 with eighth. Ninth for Timothy Grenville. This is a well-needed run for Timothy and Amanda Wallace. Despite spinning in the grass, Soldiers back to a 10th place result. Nice run for the rookie out of Wood Brothers. Look on down through the remainder of the finishing results. 27 drivers finished on the lead lap. Allison Washington was the last of those drivers. Not a good run for Allison. Tough break. Mackenzie Thompson, Jake Putnam, and Tony Lopez finished a lap down. Still don't know what happened to the 28 and the 25, why they got put a lap down. Unless they had a tire problem. Whatever the case that might be, that's a tough break for the both of them. And then everybody else finished out of the race. Ivory Walker with suspension issues. Looks like Hazel Tricks took her car behind the wall. That's a tough break for Hazel. Dora Marquez, Lisa Gonzalez, Katsura Mirwes, third in points. This could be a point shaker-upper heading into next week's race. Darby King, Lindsey Sutton, Riley Anderson, Vanellope Von Schweetz, Morgan Henderson, Quincy Einstein, and Samantha Greenville. Well, looking like Pocono's about to play its part in a point shakeup, but we have two more races today to determine that factor. And of course, I'm going to try to quickly get these races out to you all as soon as I can, so that way we can get this Wendy's part taken care of for Tony and myself. And did you just crash on me? No, you're being a derping hippo. Okay. Just making sure you didn't crash on me, Anor, you derping hippo.
Drivers, to your cars.
Drivers have been already in their cars, official. As long as NR didn't crash on me, we're fine. Yeah, Sugartown on pole. Good thing is, we only have one more race after this one. Standings in our pre-race show next week. Showing you the starting grid, so no point in me having to go over the grid with you all.
The back.
Oh, Tequila and them.
Yeah.
I kind of figured they were going to be back sooner or later. I mean, besides, they're having brunch. Oh, wave off. Wave off. Wave off. That is our first. Actually, that's our first wave off we've had today. To my surprise. They need to not use that door because I think that door got locked.
I'll check to make sure it might be open. It's open.
Okay, it needs to be locked. Unless Tequila one's coming through. Anyway, cars are now rolling off for our third race of 4.
I'm up there for you.
Hell yeah, man.
Here we go! Yes. Also failed to mention, Mario and Luigi are in the pace car for this race weekend. And I forgot to bring that up. There's the points leader right there, Brittany White.
Go on, Tony.
No, hold on.
If Brittany White has a good run today, she will keep the points lead heading into next week because, as I mentioned, the gal that was trying to run her down for the points lead out of the race in the first race, Katsura Mirwes, did not finish race number 2. He came as race 3rd in points. And Jazz Sugar, Brittany White's other driver,
Oh, man, that was cool.
as I was going to say before I was cut off, Fernandez is another driver I think Brittany White needs to be concerned about, but the thing is that Fernandez is only 198 points back, and the most you can make up in one race is like 195. So even if Valentina Fernandez wins the race, it would not be enough for her to take the points lead. So what she needs to hope is Brittany White to have a problem today. And Brittany White would lose the points lead, barring if Brittany White gets a penalty or not. We'll see. So some of these drivers trying to find their first, second, third, or 4th win of the season, or in Brittany White's case, 5. We've not had a driver win 5 races in the first 12 or first 11 events. That could happen today. We'll have to wait and see as the green flag is out for race number 3 under cloudy conditions. Hi, Tequila. Down the back straightaway, everybody nice and organized. Everyone took the green. Another 40 more laps, and we will conclude. Of course, we'll have one more race, which is 40 more laps to conclude our M&M's Appreciation 400. For those of you in real life that don't know this, as I'm recording this, M&M's is leaving NASCAR at the end of the season. They're not leaving MLB and all the other sports. They're just leaving NASCAR at season's end. We will still have M&M's for sponsored cars here in NR 2003. So that we can guarantee you. Same with all the other Mars candies. Sierra Harris trying to find victory lane for the first time this season. There's Hannah Smith in the 76. We talked about Ari Springer, who dropped out of the race due to an engine failure. I wonder if that should be concerns for both the 76 and the 51 and the 051 because of the fact their teammate went out of the race with an engine failure. I bet you Hannah Smith was probably a nervous wreck, seeing her teammate out of the race with an engine failure. And there's Brittany White. I tell you what, Brittany White has been one of the most surprising drivers so far. 4 wins this season, leading the points. There is no way on earth, unless she has a collapse in the second half of the regular season, Brittany White will fall out of the top 50 in the point standings. Kenneth Ayers in second, having a pretty good start to this race. Kenneth Ayers trying to find victory lane for the first time this season. Hi, Brian. All right. I also win that guess as well. I was saying the next person that's going to come out of their room would be Brian, and guess what? Ding, 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 ding. I win that one. Boy, don't I win prizes. What do I win? Probably $1 million in Monopoly money. And so we're all clear, those of you that are watching this on YouTube, I'm not watching the Xfinity race because I'm doing this instead, so. Brittany White, if she goes to victory lane again, that points lead is going to continue to grow. And no doubt Brittany White will be the #1 seed when we go to the reformatted playoff points. Because remember, every win, that's 5 playoff points. She's going to have a huge cushion. Even if she has 1 DNF in the playoffs, she can ill afford that. Because if she wins again, let's see, 5 playoff points, she's got 20. God, she's going to have the points lead by a big margin over the driver 12th in points.
What did we have for last night? Was that restaurant?
As Kenneth Ayers leads. Right now,
I had diabetes. What you had? The diabetes? Yeah. And we had a little bowl of rice. Beans or something on it?
It was red beans and rice he had. Mm-hmm.
And some beef. Catfish.
Blackened catfish.
Oh, blackened catfish.
Yeah, that's right. It's blackened catfish.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Of course, after the regular season for these Monster Energy Series drivers, they are going to be spending 3 weeks down there in New Orleans. So they're going to have a very nice vacation. Those that are not racing in Buffalo Wild Wings and trucks. Everybody else, fair game. There's Scoutmaster, Rossi, Sherman X, Mike Chilton. I might go ahead and do like I did last week, and while these drivers are racing, I probably should go ahead and get some food. And come right back. Because knowing when I come back, there's going to be a yellow and an incident I miss, and I'll have to come back and we'll look at a replay and all that, yada, yada, yada. So, I will be back. So, yeah, just gonna forewarn y'all. So, if I miss a wreck, that's because I'm gonna forget it. Lock the store. Excuse me.
Thank you for that. Bad news.
Excuse me.
I didn't get bad news. Yeah, that's what I have. Yeah, just got myself in bed.
Oh, man. Band-Aid or something?
Yeah.
That's good. Thank you.
See a dog on the couch because my brain just cannot process that right now. But were you about to drink one of my Cokes? And he went, no, I was just looking at it. It's beautiful. And then he goes to drink it. Yeah, and then he goes, does it taste weird? Yeah, he's like, and then he goes, this Coke tastes like Pepsi. tastes like Pepsi. Oh, that's what he said. Said his Coke tastes like Pepsi.
Right.
And then you turn a Coke into a Pepsi.
Right. How's the bar jars? They're good.
I don't know.
Well, you know what y'all want?
I've eaten them before. They are. I like them.
Oh yeah, that's one.
They give them all the time for snacks at our church.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, we eat them with our coffee.
Oh man.
Downstairs they serve coffee and donuts.
Oh, is that right?
That's all for all the adults.
That's what we're gonna have tomorrow, that lasagna.
I don't know what we're gonna have tomorrow. But that was
Lasagna.
no, I thought that was the 4 meat and 4 cheese pizza.
Oh, that's the one right there.
No, these are the Philly cheesesteaks.
Oh, okay.
I thought those right there were the 4 meat and cheese pizza.
Oh.
They're not. Those are the ham and cheddar
Oh, okay.
at the end.
So that's what I have right here. Hatch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it cost me $18. I had to pay 40.
Yeah, turkey burger. I like when he said, go get a soda from the fridge. He's like, those are my roommate's sodas. And he went, but those are my roommate's sodas. Does that sound like a statement the son of the devil would make? He went, all right, take it easy. My favorite movie with Adam Sandler and it was 8 Crazy Nights. A little cartoon movie he did. That movie is hilarious.
Oh, sorry, let me go ahead.
You're fine. You're fine.
Anybody else need to go shopping?
I gotta go.
I'm going shopping and give me some outfits. Cook outfits and stuff. You get a bad news?
Yeah.
What you did? What?
When it comes to cooking, I suck at it.
Right. I'm believing it, right? Oh, that's cold.
Yeah.
Put that in that washer.
Want to do it?
Yeah,
I
that's,
want this one.
yeah, that's on.
Oh.
On top of it. This one?
Tell me this one, dude.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, try walking.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, that is yours. Woof, woof. Are you watching your phone? Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah, that is your day. On Saturday. Saturday. And that's a new drawing. And that thing get hot. They took that other one out. They took that other one out.
No, that's the same one.
No, the other one we had before was a different one.
Oh, it was. that one at night.
Yeah, and then this one wasn't working for a while.
Oh, the washer,
No, the
dryer.
washer worked fine.
Oh, okay. Oh, the washer real good.
Yeah, and it worked really great, but the dryer wasn't.
Oh, the dryer.
Yeah, it wasn't giving any
Heat.
heat.
Oh,
So every time you dry your
clothes.
clothes, they still be wet and it would start to smell like mildew.
Yeah. Wow.
We had to rewash them and then take them over there
On the other side. On that side over there.
and finally fixed it.
Right. What number you on, Tommy? 99, 900? 99? Oh my God. Hello? Oh, just chilling. You home? No, I can't. Cause she ain't answering. Yeah, I left a message. I said, give me a call. Okay then. I guess, what's something? Okay. What's that? Oh, okay.
I hear that.
Okay then.
Yeah, and then, girlfriend. Patricia Arquette. Yeah, Valerie. Valerie Green. You see her hanging by her underwear? Yeah.
Here come Daniel, y'all, with his Wendy's.
Brother Adrian takes one look at her and says, you know, this is a dirt.
Wow.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, you got that new one?
It's like we are under yellow. Look at the incidents. I didn't know if you wanted the pickles or meatballs, so I don't know which is which.
Is this the new one or new drink?
No, that's mine.
Okay.
That's the frosty. All right. Did you check which sandwich is which?
Make sure.
Yeah, the classic chicken sandwich was number 4. I didn't know if you wanted just the
You
pickles.
should have took this with you.
It's fine. Okay. Which one's that?
There's pickles on it.
Okay. That was for you. If you want to take the pickles off, you can.
Should have had cheap put on
This one. All right. First off,
Oh, okay.
under yellow,
Well, I
looks
had
like.
the,
Damn it, Mario.
I had the hatch, whatever that word is.
Damn it, Mario. I was trying to say something, but you interrupted me. Okay. First off, what happened to Downey while I was gone? Alright. Now I was trying to see what happened, and Mario decided to rudely interrupt me. Oh, they went 4 wide. Got Lulu Champagne involved. Stephanie Robertson, Soraya Itzmed, one of the drivers who was near that danger zone. So I think we only had that incident. Then Manny Rivera's like a lap down. I don't know if he had a tire going down. I can look back. Yeah, he came into pit road.
I asked her why she
So there's that reason. So after this race, I'm going to go see Tequila.
Where?
I said after this race, I'm going to go see Tequila for my little private conversation with her. Nothing you all did. It's just I need to have a private conversation with her about Thursday. So it looks like I didn't miss anything other than just that one incident. Gotcha. By the way, if you're wondering what drink I got, Toby, it's High C. I miss.
fruit punch.
Yep. Alright. If anybody had any damage while I was gone, I will look back at a replay. Thank you. To see what happened, so. We got 10 to go. So we're back to green. Kind of figured that I was going to be gone. I knew. Okay, see? Now you're satisfied. We'll throw our trash away in just a bit. Did you get a straw?
Yeah.
I made sure it was Diet Coke.
Okay, good. See, I was putting my hand right here, like that.
Nice.
That way I won't have to worry about touching up
Yeah,
around the mouth part.
it was $26.50 if you're wondering, so you don't have to pay. Yeah. Just like I did it for Steven when he was suspended, right, Steven?
Right. That time he brought me KFC.
During your suspension. Hell, actually, I bought you food when you were suspended.
Yeah. Yeah, that one day he came home from work at noon. He's like, did you eat anything? And I said no. And I said no. And we split a pizza.
Pizza.
He brought home a pizza from work.
It was a pepperoni
Okay,
pizza.
look, I think I'm going to trust you for me.
I think you made it. I don't know if you did or not.
I'm going to check to make sure.
Alright.
Dang. Man, you know, like that all up. Dude.
Yeah, you need to scrape it off.
There's one that-
Ooh, Kevin Joseph got a little squirrely on Chloe Bumgarner.
I know how to do this right here. Yes.
Yeah, just don't hurt Steven. You might need to check my other one, my other shoe. As Holly Wilkins came in this race 50th in the points, critical 50th. Yeah. Yeah, the reason I was going to talk to Tequila, and for those of you that don't know this, is because I'm about to tell her I'm about to say the four-letter word for Harkins, and not to anybody else in this house. I think Toby knows what that four-letter word is. You know what I mean, Toby? Starts with a Q. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes. There.
Oh, I got some on this shoe.
It's all done.
I-
Here's the only thing I know is long enough. Don't
Yeah.
put your on the table.
Oh, sorry.
The table's great, not put shit on there, dude. What's wrong with you?
Anyway, I'm just having one of those days. Emily Elizabeth in second place. Let's see if there's any cars that have damage. Oh, Nicholas Dutch has got damage. Okay. See why Nicholas Dutch had damage.
I did it too.
Okay.
What size are these anyway?
Huh?
What size is this? 10.5?
Yeah, I might have outgrown them.
Okay.
Next payday, I'll get some new shoes.
If you're gonna get a pair like this, get a size 11 for me. I don't wear a size 11. Okay.
If they have a size 11.
Yeah.
Thanks. I wasn't gonna open it up.
I know. Okay.
Oh yeah, I also had a spoon in the Frosty. Oh, you already got it out.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I'm not paying attention because I'm paying attention
See,
right.
it's right here. I had it outside, you didn't see it at all.
I was like, I hope you didn't throw that spoon I had in that bag away. And you're like, nope.
Thanks for doing this.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of doing it, Kenneth Ayers is trying to do a win this season. Not running well in points. Kenneth Ayers looking for his first one of the season. He's all the way down to 124th in the points. If he does not turn that down, I'm going to get copyright, and then I'm going to be really ticked. You know what I mean? Yeah, last time when I went to Wendy's, I got the Frosty inside this cup. I guess they got some more plastic, or no, more soft, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Thanks for doing this.
Definitely needed that high C. I haven't had high C in a long time, actually. Emily Elizabeth trying to find victory lane for the first time this season. This is actually going to be her final start in this ride. Caitlin Roy. Chloe Erickson's got right side damage. I wonder if she might have gotten the wall or something. Brittany White's falling outside the top 10 in 12th, or in 11th, sorry. Coming to the white flag at the end of this one. Last lap here at Pocono.
You finished? Let's do it.
As I said, after this race, I will go, or after the last race, I will go see Tequila. She probably wants me to go find me another job. That's probably what I think.
Do you like it?
Nope.
No, you didn't. Oh,
And Kenneth Ayers is going to win this race, wins Division 3.
no. Right here.
There's the checker flag, and Kenneth Ayers will take Division 3.
Where's Andre at? I don't know.
Now, can Kenneth Ayers begin the road to making it into the playoffs? Just waiting on a couple of cars to finish this race, and then I can export the Division 3. Not Diet Coke?
Yeah.
Thought so.
I was only market. If you market, I can tell.
As long as it's Diet Coke and nothing else, we're fine.
Yeah. when you get done with Tutter, I was wondering if you could go up to that cookie place over there, right there across the street from here. Or finish talking.
So Kenneth Ayers goes to victory lane. Kevin Joseph's so close, we'll have to settle for second. Emily Elizabeth third. Holly Wilkins in fourth. Holly Wilkins came in this race in that critical 50th in the standings. Actually, where did she? Actually, 39th in points, and with drivers ahead of her that had trouble, she might have just gotten herself into a playoff spot. Sarah Redmond fifth, Betty Johnson, Sandy Stewart, Leo Einstein, Emily Hung, and Gwen Tennyson complete the top 10. She'll look on down through the results. Manny Rivera finished a lap down. Nicholas Dutch last car in the lead lap. And Amber Downey, the only one out of the race. We're now going to go into our last race of the day. As I'm going to shut up NR.
Nothing I did, is it?
No.
Alright.
Ever since that first hot race we had. Shut up, official. I was talking, you rude bastard. Brenda Evelyn's on pole. That will please Wormy. White Beanstalk, Violet Jackson, Whitney Wolf. There's the lineup. Let's get this last race of the day underway. And you will see your point standings at the start of our pre-race show next week at Richmond. That will be a night race. We've now completed 120 laps. And like I said, the reason we're doing 40 laps of 4 divisions is to do a full distance to thank M&M's for their support in NASCAR. Of course, they are leaving at the end of the year in NASCAR. They're still going to be in MLB, now joining NBA and all that, so. And that's why this race is like the 4 divisions of the M&M's Fan Appreciation 400. I also forgot to tell you this, Brenda Eveling is a former winner here at Pocono. Thanks. I had napkins in that bag, but that's fine.
No, I just see none in there.
Oh, that's because I forgot to get some. Damn it!
Darn it.
It's all CJ's fault.
Yeah.
Sure is. What's up, Brian? Well, it's me.
Nice motivational belch. The best part is I have it on the recording, so.
Okay. As I said, I didn't want to belch. So.
Yes, you're welcome for saying excuse.
Good for this.
Here we go. Last race of the day. And to cap off our split weekend, our second split weekend of 2 straight. Brenda Eveling, Wyatt Beanstalk will lead us to green. Final race of the day is underway here at Pocono.
So when you go on your trip, Daniel?
Later in the year,
Uh,
I need to get with
some
You need to go to CBS. Mario needs to go to the academy. Do anybody else need to go anywhere? This is the day that you're going outside. You don't have nowhere to go. You're leaving.
All right.
Steven!
Might be in the garage.
It might be in the garage.
Why is he in the garage for?
I don't know.
Unless he's probably.
What garage is he in?
Listen over here.
I'm not saying
I think
nothing.
it's better if we just say trucker, not the bad F word.
I'm not saying nothing. You know.
Brenda Eveling leads the first lap. Courtney Lynn battling with the 083 of with Violet Jackson. At least mine's clean because I've done a good job. At least I've done a good job picking up all the trash out of my room. All right. You don't have anywhere else to go today. So.
No,
Okay.
I'm staying here. It's too deep hot.
I'll probably get a shower after this race. So when Tequila comes back, I do need to speak to her.
Yeah.
.40 laps, of course, these drivers still have to make a pit stop.
That's not good.
What?
Couple minutes. You going, Andre? No. I'm staying here, dude.
It's a Nathan Orman Motorsports 1-2 right now. And it's also a Mountain Dew 1-2. Curious to see where Brenda Eveling's at in points. Brenda Eveling, 889. She's all the way down to 92nd in points.
Bless you.
Thanks. That seems had it come. When the weather changes here in the Tricky Triangle.
Actually, for you to see like that, dude.
Ashley Reynolds and Danny Rant side by side. There's Quentin Honeysett. I talked about him. He's one of those drivers who made the playoffs last year but has not been to victory lane this year. Oh, caution. Ah, Betty Barrett is involved. Luke Cage is involved. Looks like we had a wreck in turn number 1. That's going to end the day for the Canada Dry BMW. It's like we had another wreck up ahead. Let's see. Got loose, got hit by the 035 and hard into the wall. Then what happens here? Oh, had a second incident. Oh, this happened with Luke Cage. Okay, I see.
Steven, who's in?
I just don't worry about him. Just go on. Oh, that would be the 9 of Greta Wagner. Sideswipe Luke Cage. Ish Taylor got a piece of it, but then who spun out on the back straightaway is what I can't figure out. Ah, this might tell the tale right here. Are they like 5 wide nearly, or... Oh, there it is, right there, right there. That's probably why the Megan Jones machine got spun. A lot of cars had to go through the grass. That's what brought out our first caution of the day. Do these drivers pit now? That way they can make it the rest of the way. Survey says yes is the answer. They knew they had to pit. Because I forgot to tell you all this. This is on the Cup Physics. This mod, the BR15. Here on Cup Physics mod. So they knew they had to pit. Luke Cage stayed out, and looks like he'll inherit the lead. Of course, he was the one that got spun up into the wall.
That's not good.
I don't know how much damage he's got on that RB Chevrolet. Unless he already came to pit road before the pits were closed, he could have been sent to the tail end of the longest line. Doesn't look like he's got any damage because I'm not seeing any visible damage on that RB Chevy. So he must have dodged a bullet. He might have got a little bit with the left rear, but I don't think it's too bad. Maybe just a little pinch of damage, but I don't think it's too badly enough to take him out of the race. So it looks like Luke Cage... Yeah, I don't see any damage on Luke Cage's car. He might have gotten away. Betty Barrett, unfortunately, out of the race, so... Well, so much for Betty Barrett trying to get a win, trying to get herself into a playoff spot. As we're back to green. Might have a little bit of hood damage, but I don't think it's going to affect this car. Let's go to TV2.
Cars are good. There's fire under your plate.
I know, because I flung it under there.
They're still sitting there.
They need to go on. Like, go on. Unless they're waiting on Steven, I don't know.
Let me go check where's at.
You do that while I stay here to commentate the race.
Might be in the garage.
I don't know which garage he's in.
Might be in that one.
Or you can check the other one by your room. There's Quentin Honeyset. Did you check the other garage?
No, I didn't.
That would probably be another place to check.
Yeah, safe. Sorry. No. I bet you choose stops about the B. That's it. You could have gone to Casey's or Murphy's.
Well, you wouldn't be going to Casey's because we stopped there last night after we came back from dinner.
Murphy's is the only place I know of. I think we went to Murphy's get his tobacco, just it.
Actually, he already got his tobacco last night.
I don't know where he's at. I bet he went to get lunch. They're leaving now.
Probably. Okay.
They're putting out.
They say the lunch deal.
Yeah.
Of course, today is June 25th.
Tomorrow's the 26th.
On this day in 2008, I think it was either this one or the 26th, I won an award for the best section in band camp. Easy for me to say. My last year for middle school band camp before I started doing summer band camp.
Oh, I don't know where's that.
Probably going to get lunch.
No, he probably either McDonald's, KFC, or
We'll keep an eye on him.
yeah, there's one service here.
There's fourth in the points. Valentina Fernandez not having a good run. I forgot where Brittany White actually finished outside the top 10. But either way, Brittany White will more than likely, as things stand, will keep the points lead heading into next week's race at Richmond.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, Richmond, I have an upgraded Richmond International Raceway where we're not going to have issues. I'll let you take the first bite of this strawberry.
I've never had it before.
I know
Is there real strawberries in here?
it's real strawberries.
They're just a flavor, not real.
They made it with real strawberries. You get like strawberry in every bite.
Not the fruit.
No, they just blend it in. For those who don't know what we're eating, we're having Wendy's.
Chill out with my thumb.
Uh-huh.
I pitch my hair. No mustache. The man hasn't run yet.
Valentina Fernandez looks like she might have a hood buckle on her Panda Express Chevrolet. Yes, she does, because I can see part of that hood with a little crunch, so that's going to slow her down. I wonder if she had a pit lane collision with somebody that I didn't see. That is a tough break for Valentina Fernandez. Ever since trying to run down Brittany White for the points lead, it's not been
A pretty picture.
a pretty picture. But on the bright side for Fernandez, she has those 3 wins, so she's going to be fine. The good news for Fernandez is that the guy and the gal that she was trying to run down for second and third in points had troubles today. While Quentin Honeysett is leading this race, I want to go ahead and remind everybody that this telecast of the Pacific Coast Sports Racing is presented by the authorities of the Pacific Coast Sports Racing Association, and it may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and description of this race may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Pacific Coast Sports Racing Association. We hope you all enjoyed today's broadcast. What were you going to say, Toby? I said, what were you going to say?
Never mind, I forgot what I was going to say. Next time I talk to my brother, I'm going to see if we get tickets for you too. I'm going to put in
For which one?
Dodgers game next time.
Tickets are still on sale now, all the way to the end of the year.
See if
You know, that's another thing I wanted. That's another thing we need to tell Tequilas. We need to start going to some Dodgers games.
I went with my brother last week. Got free food and got in. I didn't pay for anything. It's all free. I get full of my fries.
No, I'm just eating them.
Okay. I remember stealing it too.
Of course, Quentin Honeysett, one of the drivers that, if he went to victory lane, could be in that conversation. There's Alien Center, Danny Rant. There's Lacey. Of course, Allison had a okay race until she got taken out in an incident through no fault of her own. London Jackson, former winner this season. London came in this race 19th in the points. Of course, several drivers ahead of her in points had troubles today. There's the defending champion, Rebecca Hawkins, all the way at the rear of the field. Not sure what's up with her. As Quentin Honeysett still leads this race. Good Lord, 150 minutes. For you all watching a 150-minute video, good job. You made it through the entire video. I'm proud of you.
I was shocked.
That a really good Frosty?
Yeah.
It was really good when I tried it.
I love that good.
Only my mom was there. I told her it's got real They said real strawberries, and also the strawberry salad
I never.
also came back for a limited time.
Oh yeah. I love that.
Of course, today's telecast here for the Monster Energy series here at Pocono is brought to you by Wendy's. Try the all-new strawberry Frosty for the summertime.
Yeah.
It's really delicious. Try it at your local Wendy's here today.
That's when I'm gonna try the chocolate flavor.
I've had all 3 flavors.
Hey Daniel. Get my top lip.
Okay, strawberry man. Matt Crunch and Lauren Ekstrom just made contact, but we keep it together. No, I was doing this on the go on.
Oh, okay.
And of course, we appreciate M&M's for their support. Good Lord. That was a massive, nice motivational belch. Good Lord, dude.
Sorry.
Jesus. Now you just made somebody clap their butt cheeks. Hint, hint, CJ.
I'm sorry. Is that a pretty good belch?
That was a massive motivational belch. Jesus, dude. There's a
Sorry.
Boney and Mirror. No, you're fine. You're just getting Zachary Taylor happy that you did that massive belch. Excuse me there.
That's along with me. You know?
Yeah, I'll have to fix Leslie Gordon because I forgot to put the R next to her name, so I will fix that later on. I'll fix the points. After this race, we'll go through the final results of this race. We'll show your point standings at our pre-race show next week as we're heading from the Tricky Triangle to the Richmond International Raceway. We're going to have all 3 series there. We're going to have non-charter qualifying that will be off air. That will be on no TV. We will have trucks as they will go. They're going to go for their little slugfest.
Yeah.
For 250 laps. Then we'll have Buffalo Wild Wings Series. Your excuse, nice motivational bells. We'll have Buffalo Wild Wings Series for their 250 lap slugfest. And then we're going to have the Monster Energy Series drivers running 140 laps. And that will also be a slugfest.
Yeah.
Then the following week, after we go to Loudon, as we will conclude the first half of the regular season for all 3 series.
This week, it's my turn to buy for you. I'm just on there.
As long as you don't blow your money, that would be great. So much for telling Tequila what happened, but like I said, I will wait until I'll wait till she gets back, and then I'll have a talk with her.
Yeah, Mario doesn't need to be pushing my buttons like that, you know?
Mario doesn't need to be in anybody's business, not just yours.
Anybody.
Oh, Hermione Sweet came to pit
I
road.
just don't like when he does that to me. It makes me
I wonder if she had a tire going down, because they had to change tires on the Mr. Rental Holden. Yep, tire went down. Would make no sense why she came to pit road unless she had a tire going on, because everybody can make it the rest of the way. I just don't understand why she had a pit. Like I said, unless it was a tire problem. Because like I said, everybody's in their window to make it the rest of the way, so.
Either he could have gone to KFC, Wendy's, McDonald's.
The
or-
problem with KFC is you have to order your food on the app. You don't have to go in there. That's the problem.
Or Longdale Silver's right straight across the street.
One or the other.
Yeah. I don't know where he's at, but he's not around here. I looked all over. I know he's not in his room, not in the bathroom. Not in the garage, not on our side.
Not in the living room.
Yep. A bit of room by himself, at least that's a good thing.
Oh, if Tequila sees him, they'll put him in the van.
Yeah.
Lauren Ekstrom just came off pit road. Think she might have picked up a puncture on that car. That's step brake for Lauren. Annie Einstein is running at the rear of the field.
You know, I mean, I was supposed to back under the bridge
Mm-hmm.
over by Cheddar's and all that.
No, Cheddar's would be that way,
Yeah.
not that way. This battling for second is making cute. Quentin Honeysett pull away. The last thing Quentin Honeysett does not need to see is a yellow flag.
So her turn next week to pit.
Brian.
I wonder
Oh,
where
pit stops.
I wonder where he wants to go.
So, this is something we have not seen all weekend. So, these drivers are thinking, okay, they may not make it on tires. Ooh. This makes this battle for the win a little bit more interesting, eh? Because everybody's coming to pit road. They can make it on fuel. I just didn't know if they had enough Goodyear rubber to make it the rest of the way. But this answers my question. Starting to wonder if we were having tire problems. Because like I said, it is cloudy and the track has a little bit more grip. And 24 is going to lead us off pit road. They're saying Josephine Bouvier is the leader. That's not Bouvier yet, derping game. There she is. I was wondering why some drivers came to pit road, some drivers didn't. Annie Einstein has a little bit of hood buckle on her M&M's caramel Hyundai Sonata.
There he is, I see him right now. It's right there. Walking back.
He got lucky he didn't get caught.
Yeah. By her.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it went somebody.
So here's the thing for Bouvier. A second win for Josephine Bouvier. She would confirm herself a spot into the playoffs.
I think she went that way then around. I'm ready to eat. She did catch him. I knew he was somebody than nowhere. Too much.
I remember when I was eating at Wendy's, I was coming back, all of a sudden I see my roommate following me. I was like, what the heck?
Was it me?
I don't know if it was you or not.
Somebody was tagging along.
Might have been one of them. Who knows?
It could have been me.
Josephine Bouvier? No, it was Brian, Mario, Steven. I don't think it was you. Yep, Bouvier is the leader. Ooh. I wonder if she might have protected those tires, knowing everybody else came to pit road. This could be an interesting strategy here by the 900 of Bouvier. And if she wins, she would definitely close on that points lead down on Brittany White. But Brittany White would still keep the points lead heading into next week.
Oh, that hit spot. Thanks, big guy.
Josephine Bouvier, could be a two-time winner, and we have not seen Bouvier He went to Casey's, because I see.
There you go, Steven.
Did you go to Casey's?
No, I went to Dollar
Oh, you
Tree.
went to Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
I was surprised because Tequila didn't catch you,
Yeah.
because they've already left.
Where did they go?
They went to see how many times they were going to not clothe CJ in the head with a train.
They ain't go looking for me, did they?
No.
Didn't catch it all.
Surprisingly.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, I'm surprised too.
There's a Suburban just went by just now.
What's Suburban?
7 to go.
The one with the street.
That's a truck.
That's a pickup.
A Suburban has a kip on the back.
It's like we have 37 cars on the lead lap. Luke Cage is a lap down, so it looks like Luke Cage definitely has some more problems on that 33.
Yeah, he was like,
Matty Crenshaw's a lap down, along with the 035. I see a hood buckle on the 56 of Jessica Miller. She must have ran in the back of somebody. As it looks like Annie Thomas is going to get her lap back. I think it's because Bouvier has a huge lead. I don't think Bouvier needs to run these lap cars really hard. So Annie Thomas going to get her lap back. Luke Cage is going to do the same. I think Bouvier's being told to conserve fuel. She's got a big lead, as we'll be coming to 5 laps of racing to go here at Pocono. A lot of fuel mileage, a lot of strategies.
Oh, hey, David, trust me, the truck just did.
He did a massive motivational belch,
oh, yeah.
Toby. It was so loud it made CJ's pants go split down the middle.
Good for him.
CJ did that to his wife.
Oh, dude, that's funny.
Yes, it is funny, and it is funny. It was so funny, Steven forgot to laugh. I think Bouvier's just saving fuel. Looks like she might just win this race. So you bought pop, and what else did you buy?
Potato chips,
Ah,
cheddar.
That's good.
Bouvier just has that big lead. She's just conserving fuel. think Honey said may not catch her. Bouvier may pull this one off. For Bouvier would be her second career win and second on the season, and would solidify herself a spot into the playoffs and be another repeat winner. She also could be one of the favorites to possibly win this title. 3 to go here at Pocono. Keeps coming down, it doesn't matter. They're going to run out of laps and run out of time. Thanks for sticking it out with us. We appreciate your awesome support for the 4 divisions of 40 laps, 100 miles, which equals to the full
Man.
the full race distance.
I could think of, dude.
I was getting ready to pour it out anyway. Hopefully Bouvier doesn't have to pit. I wouldn't be surprised if she comes to pit road now. And she can't make it. Oh. Now where's Quentin Honeysett? There he is. So this would be the battle for the win. With 2 laps to go. And Quentin Honeysett has now... I don't know if he's still in the lead or not. Oh, yep, he has taken the lead. Quentin Honeysett's in the lead. That gamble did not pay off for the 900 of Bouvier. But she might not be out of this fight for the win. Now we're coming to 2 laps of racing, or coming to the white flag, my correction. Here comes Luke Knight. 1 more lap to go here at Pocono.
Is that Pocono in Virginia?
Here comes Luke Knight, going for the lead.
Is that?
It's in Pennsylvania, not what you're thinking of.
Okay.
Next week we're going to Virginia.
Oh,
You're confusing next week's race with this week's race.
okay, I didn't know.
Down the back straightaway for the last time, or down the long pond straightaway. Here comes Alina Saitin. She might play a factor. She's not battling for the win. That might have just sealed it. Alina Saitin, in her 8th start of the year, not battling for a championship, will come off turn 3 and will take the last race of the day in the M&M's Fan Appreciation 400.
Oh, I fed up with that. That's close spot here, Stephen. July 2nd.
Okay.
On the Saturday.
Congratulations to Alina Saitin. Quentin Honeysett's so close, we'll have to settle for second. Still a great result for him. Same with Luke Knight in 3rd. Bouvier had that pit gamble, came all the way up to 4th. Standings are now official. I'll go ahead and export after this. We have Courtney Lynn 5th, Lacey Washington 6th, Kelly Moore, Strawberry Lawson, Danny Wren, and Alita Therese. That will be your top 10. That is not the one I want, you derping hyena. She'll look on down through the remainder of the finishing results. Now we got that taken care of. Looking on down, all these drivers finished on the lead lap, all 41. Burt was the only one that retired out of the race. But that's going to do it from a long day at Pocono. 400 laps later, we have our 4 winners here. And what did this do to the points? As yellow's up for some reason, but it doesn't matter. The race is over anyway, so we'll see what this is going to do to the points heading into next week. Hope you guys enjoyed this long race, this division races from Pocono. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the PCSRA crew today. We've shown you your full finish results. You'll see your point standings in our pre-race show next week at the Richmond International Raceway. Hope you will tune in for that. Till then, I've been Dean Evil signing off. You have been watching yet another broadcast courtesy of the PCSRA, the best in racing around the world since 2017. So long from the Tricky Triangle, everyone.